Well, I've decided it's about time to change the filters in the water system. They've been running since I rebuilt the well in the spring, and we'll kind of see how dirty they are and what the process is. So the process, near as I can make it out right, I'm going to shut off the water heater, that way that doesn't chance kicking on, and then I'm going to let some pressure out of the system. So that's the third stage filter, and there's two other filters by the pump. So what I'm going to do to depressurize the system, but I don't need to depressurize the whole thing, is I'm going to go ahead and, just for the name of the game, we'll just make sure the well has no power there. Go into the well room, a little light. You can see the humidity has been definitely making things sweat. And so here's the other two filters. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to shut off the supply from the tank, and I'll just go ahead and use that valve. It's got a little crunch feeling to it, of course, because that's before anything's filtered. So the reason I use that valve too is, well, if that valve fucks off on me, it's really easy to replace because it's just a goddamn garden hose tee. So to let the pressure out of the system, or at least out of the hose and system, I figured the easiest way for me to do it is using this tee here. This tee essentially is my outdoor garden hose, but it also acts as a drain. So if I open this valve up, not much came out of there, but I could feel it shake. That should have let the pressure out of these lines. So then now I shouldn't really have, no pressure here. This is where it comes in from the well. Hits another one of those brass tees. So now I should be clear to crack this guy open here. Turn this light on for a little extra. And I've got the handle right here. I got a little catch bucket, just obviously because I expect it to lose a little bit. Ooh. Oh, that's right, this is the filter that came with it. So that's still catching quite a bit. Of course, this paper filter does a pretty good job, so I'm going to take this whole thing out and empty it out outside. And we'll grab the others as well. So I'm just going to set this guy on the trunk of the Platinum. Well, not terrible. I mean, it's definitely was, you could see it's important that it catches stuff, but this is a trick of the eye because this is actually got like a charcoal liner. So it's almost hard to see how dirty it actually is. In the sunlight, you can kind of see there's a layer on the outside of like some iron deposits, but you can see up top there where it's black. That's what it looked, it was all black when it was installed. So that's kind of confusing. It's hard to tell, right? But I mean, whoop. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. A little bit of irony deposits there, but I mean, the water that came out of there was pretty clean. So let's take a look at the other filters, going through the service entrance here. We should be good to take these ones off now. And likewise in here, I've got the tools I need right here. And if it sweats down in here a little bit, well, I mean, whatever. A little bit of air is escaping. Oops. Let's do this one too. Oh. So this is the stage 2 filter. This is the one that was originally the only filter in the house that was over in the actual house part by the bathroom. So there, that was a white filter, so that's definitely doing a good bit of work. And my stage 1 filter. Oh yeah, pretty grody. Let's take these outside and take a look at them. All right, back here on the trunk lid. So here's the stage 1 filter, and she is pretty nasty. This is just one of those yarn filters, so it gets kind of nasty. Let's put it right there. Stage 2. Definitely has nice coloring, but the water coming off of it doesn't look too bad, which is kind of nice. Then got some stuff on the hand there. So this, yeah, pretty orange colored water, huh? Oh, there's a lot of sediment in there. Holy fuck. Man, I'm not surprised. Look at that. Look at all that. I have to rinse that out. This guy, do we have any sediment in here? But maybe a tiny bit. Not bad at all, honestly. So, let me give these things a rinse and let's toss some new filters in. Okay, now that I got these rinsed out, took a paper towel and wiped off these sealing edges and whatnot. But you can see the bottom of it now, much better. Obviously pretty well stained. But yeah, I mean, that's to be expected. So now, let's get some new filters and toss these all back together. In fact, I'll leave the clear one there and just grab these two. Alright, back into the well room. Here we go. And so, I generally just use these yarn filters. You can see how much cleaner they are. And I do that because they're pretty cheap. I run 3 of them, and then it's not a big deal if I change them every so often. Honestly, I've been meaning to change these things for over a month and just haven't. Just forgetful. So, at that point, it's just a matter of kind of... This one's a little funny because the lip is a little smashed inside there. It got a little fucked up. Oh no, I did fix it. Okay, I think it's just going to be a two-hander. Alright, I got those up there. It's kind of a two-hander to get it in the right spot. But I got them snugged up. We'll see if they leak when we turn things back on. But now, of course, we have to go back into the house and install the other filter, which actually, don't forget, I still have one of these filters left, which is a little bit better quality. So I might as well put this one on the house side for obvious reasons. So, might be able to get this one on with one hand. It's a little more stable. This one, unfortunately, I'm missing a bracket. Yeah. Yep, that's not a one-hander. Wish I had the bracket for that thing to hold it a little more stable. So now then, we just want to close that valve. And we should be good to start the flow of water again. Let's see. Okay. Not seeing any drips or leaks. So I imagine that's a good sign. We'll go ahead and throw the power back on here. It's a quality double breaker right there, huh? It's not even my handiwork. Somehow I don't think that breaker would pop appropriately. Oh yeah, it's filled up. I'm not seeing any drips. So then to the bathroom here. Any air? There's got to be air at some point. There it is. Caught me off guard for a second there. Great. Still a little bit of air in the lines. Grapes. Still a little bit here and there. It's gotten a lot better. So many spots for little air pockets to be trapped in this system here. Open up the drain and that's, yeah, you can hear the little pockets of air. Well, good enough, I reckon. Yeah, ice cold. Didn't turn the heater back on yet. But it's good water. It's potable. I mean, I don't purposely drink it, but use it for cooking and showering and brushing teeth and end up swallowing some of it. But honestly, it's fine. We tested it and there's no bacteria or nothing. So it's just, you know, preference, I suppose, at that point. Doesn't even have that much of an irony taste to it. Not like you would expect considering what you've seen in the filters, but yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good, pretty clear. Yeah. So, damn. I forgot that I had that black one in there. Thought it would have been good to see, you know, the different stages, but I'm sure we'll see that again next time I do this, how they look. But I mean, definitely need more than one filter. That's for damn sure. In fact, there's not even hardly any staining in the toilet anymore. The toilet used to be completely brown in the bowl just from all of the rust and iron that was getting past the first filter into this, you know, because there was no second filter. And the bowl actually looks pretty clean now. There's just a couple tiny little marks where there's still some staining that just hasn't gone away yet, but that's pretty good if you ask me. So yeah, filters, important. And just a nice peaceful Sunday morning here. A little cool, a little drizzly. Not too bad. Very peaceful, which I love. Animals got to all the raspberries before we did, of course. Some random flowers just sort of show up. And I'm okay with that. Yeah, I gotta do something about that at some point. Ugh. And obviously the gutters are, well, missing. But details. Whatever. Is what it is. Yeah, well, that's the importance of those filters. Makes me feel better knowing all that system is working really good. I should double check just to make sure nothing else is leaking in the well room, because the plan is to leave the water charged over the winter this year and leave the furnace running. So, oh, I've got a little drip there on the blue. You know, that could be part of where we're getting those little air pockets from, because if it's able to drip a little water out, that means it's also able to suck a little air in. So, yeah, I'll give that a little tightening with the wrench and we should be good to go. It's not the first time that's happened. Yeah. I think this pallet might need to be replaced. Just the humidity. I mean, look at this. It's just everything is soaking wet and nothing's leaking. Well, aside from that right now. It's just, you know, the condensation. It's brutal. Absolutely brutal.